Hey guys, welcome back to Golden Reviewer. So this is a Exynos 2200 S22 Ultra. And I think you all heard about the news about the GOS and Samsung limiting the performance of these devices. So recently I got an update from Samsung, and here you can check the version. If it's AVC6, you got this update already. And actually Samsung mentioned they provide an alternative performance mode in this update. And that basically means you have an option to disable GOS officially now, right? Okay, so we've done that before. If you haven't seen my last video, go check it out. We had an unofficial way to disable it, but now there is an official way to do it. Let me show you how. Just go to Game Launcher and Game Booster here, and you look for the option called in labs, right? And then in labs there is this option called alternate game performance management, and that is to disable GOS. So you can turn that on, and once you do that, the GOS performance management will no longer work. And as you can see, the game optimization option is no longer available. You cannot select performance or optimize anymore. Basically, I think it just means high performance or unlimited performance, right? And that's what we are going to do today. We'll turn off GOS on this Exynos S22 Ultra and do a game performance test with Genshin Impact and see how much of a difference it makes. First, I want to show you something. This is pretty interesting. So here you can see that if I use GPU watch, the built-in GPU watch to test the FPS is 60 or 61 FPS. However, that number is not accurate. According to my tool, it's only 50 FPS. So actually Samsung add another 10 FPS as the interframe. So it's not real FPS, it's actually some software algorithm to make fake FPS to make your game looks a bit smoother, right? So that's something to keep in mind. And if you see 60 FPS shown from GPU watch on your own device or from other reviews, right, take that with a grain of salt. Okay, so today we are going to compare the performance with GOS on and GOS off. So on my left is the S22 Ultra before this update, so you couldn't turn off GOS, so that was on the left. And then on the right is after this recent update, so I managed to turn off GOS. And let's see how they compare against each other, right? So the test will be similar to what we did before. So I'll play the game for about 10 minutes, everything set to high, room temperature is around 25 degrees, and I'll show you the real-time FPS and power consumption at the bottom. So if you are interested, welcome to watch the full 10 minutes gameplay footage. Otherwise, skip to the end of the video where we'll test temperature and show you the FPS and power record, so that we can have a comparison between these two modes. Alright, so without further ado, let's go.
That's not a...
Healthy body does pose a bit of a problem. Kato, whatever your name was.
Okay. Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Miko, what about us? Next on the agenda.
Let's get down to business.
Everybody stand back!
Light flame! To the fairy, say no more! To the fairy.
Okay, here we finished the 10 minutes gameplay. Let's test the temperature. So with GOS on, we see that the temperature is actually pretty low. The highest I can find is about 42 degrees maybe. However, if you turn off GOS, the temperature becomes much higher. I see that it reached up to maybe 47 degrees. That is about 5 degrees higher than with GOS on. And then for performance, we see some very interesting results. With GOS on, we get an average 30 FPS. With GOS off, we get a 32 to 33 FPS. So that's a slight increase, like maybe less than 10% increase in average performance. But if you look at the graph more closely, right, you notice that you only get higher performance for the first 2 to 3 minutes, and after that it's mostly the same, no matter you have GOS on or off. And I think that is because thermal throttling, and Samsung actually made it clear that in this update there's no change to thermal throttling. It will still be in place. It's just that initially, if your device is cool, it's possible to run at a higher performance state. But that also means it will use more power, it will generate more heat, and the temperature will rise more quickly. And once the temperature is high, it will also throttle down to a low performance mode, and maybe then there is no difference whether you have GOS or not, right? So that's actually a multi-layer performance management system. And then if we move on to power consumption, it's very interesting. We see that the power without GOS is actually much higher. Even when we are into the later stages of the game and the device has started to throttle and the performance has dropped a lot, we're still seeing higher power consumption without GOS, right? So to be honest, unless you are at a very cold environment or you have a cooler attached to your phone, you would be better off just leave GOS on, because it seems that it's still not really fully tuned or optimized, and you just get more consistent, although a little bit low frame rate with GOS on. Okay, so that's all for today's test. I hope this video is helpful for you, and please remember to subscribe to my channel and share this video to your friends or community. Thank you guys, and see you next time.